All righty, let's get this happening. Okay, can everybody see my screen there? Awesome. Hello, hello. How are you all? How's things going? Good? Yeah, we're all good. We're all happy. Are we all in a really good space? All like, ready to go? Yeah? All right, cool. So I like interactive workshops, all right? So there's going to be certain times when you're going to get to put things into the chat. There's going to be other times that you're going to go to breakout rooms, and we're really going to work together to hopefully get a really good outcome. Thumbs up if you're with me. Yeah, everyone's with me? Fantastic. All right, cool. LinkedIn, the big scary monster, the big platform that many of you are fearful of. Okay, so what I want to do with you guys today is I want to get you guys to the place, or girls, sorry, where you're not so fearful of the big scary platform, LinkedIn. Okay, so I want you to gain confidence from this. Okay, I want you to understand how you can become visible. And most importantly, with anything in your business, I want you to understand how taking action is the best thing you could ever do. Even if it's scary, even if you're not sure what to do, taking action is better than not. Okay, that's the number one rule. And I want to teach you how you can show up even if you think you suck at posting. Okay, like seriously, I have sucked at posting myself. So you would not be alone with that. Okay, all right, let's see if we can get these slides to move. Hey, we're on. Okay, all right, so welcome everybody. Thank you for being here today. The truth is that most of you are not bad at LinkedIn. Even though you might think you are, most of you aren't bad. It's just you're a bit scared of being seen. And I mean, when you don't know what you should be doing, like in any situation, no matter what you start that's new, if you don't know how, it's never easy. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. But like anything, once you learn how, it becomes easier and easier. Yeah. So what I want to do on this call is I want to try and fix what may be holding you back. And one of those things obviously is scared of being seen, being afraid of what to post. Sound good? Yeah? All right. So here's what you're going to get from this call today, okay? You're going to get some confidence to actually show up on LinkedIn and actually take the plunge, okay? We're going to talk about some real reasons why you're actually stuck, okay, and what might be stopping you from reaching out and actually taking action on LinkedIn or any social platform for that matter, okay? I'm going to give you some simple things you can do, and we're actually going to do them on the call as well. We're going to do some things today together as a group, and we're going to support each other and hold each other up and accountable, okay? We're going to have some breakout rooms so you guys can discuss some of the things that might be slowing you down and holding you back, all right? And we're going to talk about your first post idea and what you could post, how you could post, and, whether, that's a great thing to post or not, or whatever, because a lot of you are stuck in that spot. It's like, what do I say? How do I reach, how do I reach my audience? What do I say? And the other goal of this is to get a clear path forward, okay? All right, so let's have a little chat warm-up and a little bit of interaction from you guys, okay? So when you think about posting on LinkedIn, what is the first feeling that hits you? Pop it in the chat for me. Anyone that's brave. Remember, we're all friends here, so, and there's no judgment. So what would it be that you feel first, okay? Kerry says doubt, judgment. Everyone will see how to be appropriate, okay? All right, anyone else? I don't have much time, but I want to comment. Yeah, fear, dread, effort, okay, great, yeah. Anyone else? Yeah. Okay, well, there's some great things. Judging my message. Okay, Vida. Okay, awesome. Thank you. That's a big one. Okay, all of the above. Fantastic. Good. All right. Yeah. Okay. Can I help you guys out with something right now? What's the point? Yeah. Capacity to develop a meaningful post. Okay, great. Can I help you guys out with something right now? I have had all of those. Okay. So that's probably the biggest thing I want you to know right now is you are so far from being alone on this, okay? You are so far from being alone, all right? All righty. So let's just move along here a little bit. All right. So here's a big truth for you. Okay. All of those fears you just told me about, all of those doubts, all of those concerns. Okay. The secret actually is that no one's judging you. And the reason why that's the case is because they're all too busy worrying about what they're going to post. Seriously. People really aren't going to be watching to think, oh, Angela, I might have to watch her carefully and see what she's going to post next so I can judge it. They don't care. And that's one of the biggest lessons I actually learned in life is that people are too busy worrying about their own problems to really worry about you. And when you can get your head around that, it's massive. It's a massive mind shift that you can have. Because visibility, like anything, it's not a personality trait. It's actually just you're building muscles. Okay, it's just about building that muscle. And it's like anything when you first start, it takes a while to get it going. But once you do, and once you start getting momentum, it's like there's no stopping you. Honestly, there's no stopping you whatsoever. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop into breakout rooms. I think we'll just go for 3 or 4 minutes, Kerry, you think?
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. And what I want you to talk about is what's really holding you back. Okay. So, what scares you about being visible? And why do you even want visibility? Why are you here today? What is it that you want to achieve? All right. So, Kerry will do that.
Rooms are open.
Oh, anyone? Anyone brave enough?
I'm brave enough.
Hey, off you go. Go
I
for it.
think my thing is like I doubt my message. I feel like my message gets inconsistent, depending
Mhm.
what my mood I'm in or what I'm feeling at the time. And I worry about it not being a consistent message, like I'm going off track. And I don't know when to be more personal and more professional. I get those two things mixed up as well.
Okay. All right. So, when it comes to LinkedIn, the more personal you can get, the better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Because honestly, with the amount of AI stuff that's out there these days, the only people that are actually going to survive the next few years are the ones that build a strong personal brand.
Okay. So
Standards. So
you mean talking about your own story and your own experience in whatever that message is?
100%, because your goal is to get them to like, know, and trust you.
Right.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's number one goal. So if you guys go and connect with me, and I strongly advise you to do that today on
Yeah.
LinkedIn, go and look at some of my posts. I'm very vocal. I share my stories. Okay, and I also share my wisdom. So go and have a look how I post.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, check
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah. Una, you wanted to jump in?
Yeah, my biggest fear is that once they see my message, they will know the mindset and whether that is right or not, or whether I would like that or not.
Right. So you worry about what they'll think. Is that what it is?
Yes, so they'll know my mindset and how I think, and that will be too much to expose to the people.
But then they're not your people.
Exactly. So they're not people, so they're not supposed to know the mindset. So that's the fear that I am I am giving out information to unknown people about my own thinking. So that's the biggest fear.
Okay, so one of the biggest things you can do on your posts that makes it personal is to share your own opinions. Now, that's something that's really huge because, I mean, if you go and share a post, just for example, on, say, 10 top things to do on LinkedIn, for example, anyone can go and chuck that into ChatGPT and get that information. Okay, but if you make it, things that I've learned, things that, I've experienced, it makes a big difference. You
Yeah, but
can't, you go on.
yeah, in the same token, like it's supposed to be a professional networking platform. So if you're putting your personal information on there, is that even right? Is it becoming like a professional Facebook or something? That's also what I think about sometimes when I'm posting personal information.
It's still a business site. It is still prominently a business site. However, it is becoming more personal. As I was saying to Vita just before, becoming a personal brand is
Right.
fast the only way. And so, I mean, like, gosh, just the other day, I mean, I'm going to share the story shortly. I actually shared the story about my son starting university at 14. Do you know what I mean? And the journey we went on with that. And so, I mean, you do share your own stories because people want to get to know, like, and trust you. That's what it comes down to, because no one's going to buy off you if they don't think they can trust you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there is a shift in how people are perceiving it and using it as compared to before. It was just a professional networking site, and now it's becoming a little bit more after, I think, the AI revolution. I think it's becoming more personal now rather
Yeah.
than professional.
100% it is, absolutely. Most people used to think it was just a place to get jobs as well, and that's obviously changed as well. All right, cool. Let's move on. Okay. We've got a fair bit to get through. So let's start talking about confidence and kind of knowing what to do and I guess what not to do in a way. So confidence actually doesn't appear before you post. Okay. We've all been there. We've all sat there and with our finger on that button and we've all like, we've done that. Okay. But here's the thing you need to understand, girls. It's like it appears because you posted, because you took the action you need to take by pressing that damn button. And I don't care if you press that damn button doing this, I don't care. It's just by doing that, by doing the action, it's like going to the gym. Okay. It's like you don't go to the gym. You don't need confidence to go and start lifting weights, do you? Or do you? You do that. You do the reps. You do, your 3 reps of 10 or whatever it is. And what happens when you do that? You start getting results. Okay. And when you get results, you get more confident to put the weight up or do more. Do you know what I mean? And it's exactly the same thing here. I know it's new and I know it's scary, but just start doing the reps. Just start lifting the weights and just, and do it, because that's when the confidence comes. There's a really good chance you'll get crickets. But we all have crickets. It's how you start, because nobody knows who you are. And until they know who you are, that's what's going to happen. But how do you get them to know who you are? You post. Does it make sense? Yeah? Yeah? Cool. All righty. So that's the thing, guys. You don't actually have a content problem. You actually have a permission problem. You're waiting for someone to tell you that it's okay to show up. It is. Okay? It is good to show up. All right? So don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to just go out there. And here's the big thing to remember, okay? So let's look at this logically. Okay, so let's say you post and nobody comments, nobody likes it. That means nobody saw it, guys, so it doesn't matter. You understand? This is the thing you've got to understand. It doesn't matter. Does that make sense? Yeah? All right. So let's talk about posts that tank, okay? Because it's going to happen. It happens to me. Even now, it happens to me, okay? Even my bots ignored one of the posts. I actually had bots on there that was supposed to go into LinkedIn, which is a bit naughty, so I don't recommend it, okay? That was supposed to comment on my post, and they actually ignored these posts. And I thought they were going to go brilliantly. I really did. Like, nothing happened. It's like, I don't know whether the universe had it in for me. But on that particular one, absolutely nothing happened. But the next day I did it again and I got 30,000 views on it. Do you know what I mean? And it was one I didn't think would go. And that's the thing. Like, first of all, one flop means nothing. I've had multiple flops, trust me. But you just never know what's going to work. I just posted this morning, I don't know whether you guys saw, but I just posted this morning that 2 days ago, a post I put up 4 years ago suddenly went viral. I got 16,000 impressions on it overnight. I have no clue why that happened, but it happened. So you just never know when something's going to resonate with somebody. That's the thing. You just never know. Somebody might come along, they might give it a like, they might give it a comment. Kerry and I were talking, they must have had to scroll back through all my posts to find it. And I mean, that, kudos to them, because like that takes time. But it did. So that's the thing. You never know when it's going to happen. Okay. You've just got to, I guess, trust the process in a way. The story the other day of when I pulled my kid out from school, there he is. He's very much Sheldon Cooper. He's very smart. He's way ahead of the game. So he doesn't like to show his face too much. So, but everyone laughed at me Oh God, I had teachers laugh at me. I had people call me a fool. I had people tell me I was going to ruin his life. But I actually got him into uni just part-time at 14 because he was so far advanced and the school couldn't help him. And I can tell you, it was one of the scariest things I have ever done in my life to pull my kid out of school in year 9, with no clue whether, the homeschooling was going to work, whether he was going to do the work. Although, of course, we put things in place that if he didn't, he was going back to school naturally. But I made that choice. I knew the school couldn't help him. I knew that he had what it took to not only do the work, but do it well. And I knew that he could already handle uni. So I took the move. And even though it was the scariest thing I've ever done, I actually did the action before others even understood what I was doing. People looked at me like I was crazy, honestly. Does that make sense? Yeah? Yeah? Now, this one happened just 2 months ago. So my beautiful daughter is 15 and she's my rebel, shall we call? Okay. And I received a phone call from her. I was actually out at a breakfast barbecue overlooking serene waters with some really great people. And my phone rings and she says, Mum, she says, are you alone at the moment? I says, no, but I can be. And of course, anyone that's a mum, instantly you hear that, you think, oh God, what's happened, So I walk over and she said to me, if I did something, would you be mad? And I said, what have you done? Or what do you want to do? She says, oh, I've already done it. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. And yes, she had gone ahead and she'd shaved her head completely. And she'd had a little accident with it as well. She had wanted to go for like this long, but as she went over the back of her hair, the guard fell off. And actually started doing it that long at the back. So then she had to end up doing the whole thing. And my reaction was sort of like, well, there's not much I can do. She's done it. And after a little bit of like thinking about it and a thought process, I thought, she's actually had the confidence just to go ahead and do it anyway. I mean, come on, that's pretty radical, right? To do that kind of thing. But she's just done it. And she's, been really okay with doing that. So we didn't go too mad at her. We were a bit worried because we had this huge family reunion coming up in like 2 weeks in New Zealand. And we're thinking, oh gosh, what are some of the oldies going to think? But I reckon every person in that room, and there was about 50 people, they came up and they complimented her and they told her how good it looked. So there you go. Just do it. Just do it. All righty. Are we ready for another breakout room? Yes, yes, yes. Are we excited? Yes. All right. So let's talk about your first easy LinkedIn post. All right. The very first thing you can post for those people that are worried about the message or whether it's going to land or whatever, don't worry about that. Okay. Like your very first LinkedIn post should be what we call your foundation post. Okay. So it's where you start telling your ideal client who you are. Okay. And what you can do to fix their problem. Okay. Because there's really only 2 things they want to know about you. They want to know, can they trust you? And can you solve their problem? And the idea of your first post is to show your knowledge or show them something about you. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to come up just with one post idea, just one. Just all you need is just one post idea, okay? And I've given you some questions, okay? So like, what do people come to you for advice about? Is the number one. Or what's a misconception in your industry? What do people believe that you could debug for them? Or what's one proud moment that you could share? Because that's what people interact with. All right. So if you want to jump in the room and just share in the room and say how long we got? Another 5 minutes?
I was just going to say how long? 5. So wait until you get nudged back to us. Enjoy the conversation.
All right.
Welcome back to those who couldn't help but push the button.
Hey.
How's things, Lisa? Good. Yeah. Are you a LinkedIn gal?
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We must all link in. Everyone who's on this call should be linking in together to make sure that we're all connected.
100%. All right, here comes everybody back now. Awesome. Welcome back, everybody. I hope that was good. What I might get you to do, just for sake of time, is I might just get you to pop into the chat just any ideas that you might have come up with for your first LinkedIn post. Did anyone come up with some great ideas?
And maybe, Melanie, we can have one or two. Just unmute if you've got something you'd like to share, or ask Marnie on that before we move on.
Yeah, anyone would like to do that?
I think Lou had a fabulous idea. Lou, do you want to share your idea? Because I'm going to follow it.
Okay. I'm just saying, sometimes we don't know who sees our stuff, or we assume that they do. And I think what's worked well for me in the past and what I liked seeing from others is either an introduction or a reintroduction post, and it's probably fits nicely with the new year as well. It's just a bit of like who you are, what you do, what you're in service of. I think that always really lands. So yeah, that's my idea.
Actually what you need to do when you start up. It's like what I was saying about your foundation post. Is basically, reintroducing yourself and letting people know who you are and something that they may not know about you. Yep, that's perfect. Well done, Lou. Well done. Anyone else? No? All right. Well, we might just mosey on because we've still got a little bit to get through. All right. So let's talk about your profile now, okay? Your LinkedIn profile, because this is honestly the number one thing that you need to get right. There's three things that I do. There's your profile, there's content, and there's private messaging. Those are the three things that really elevate you on LinkedIn, okay? We're going to focus on your profile to start with. And we're going to look at the 4 confidence foundations, okay? Because your profile really should be doing the heavy lifting for you. Okay, so the 4 things are obviously your banner. Your banner, you've got like 0.2 of a second to grab their attention. So it's got to be bright, it's got to stand out, and it's got to tell them very clearly in a matter of seconds what you solve for your client. Okay, so that's the number one thing, what you solve. So you don't want to say home and digital marketing across the top of it, because that's fine, but that doesn't tell them anything about you, who you work with, or what you solve for that person. Okay, and so that's the number one thing on your banner that's got to be done. Your headline backs that up, and your headline is where you've got more space to be able to elaborate more on that. Okay, so for example, my banner says very clearly small business owners. Okay, so that's exactly who I work with. Win clients on LinkedIn and Google. So what problem I solve for them? My headline starts off with Australian LinkedIn and Google specialist. Okay, so it's very clear. It all backs each other up. Okay, your about section, a lot of people get this wrong. This is where they sort of like go, so I've done this and I've done that and I've done everything else. Your about section should be how you fix their problems. Okay, because you've got to remember, anybody looking at your profile is wanting to see if you can help them. So you want to make sure every touch point shows them how you can help. Okay, number one. And many, many people miss the featured section. It's actually a section you can have on LinkedIn. You can give away a lead magnet. You could have a review from someone that you've helped, or perhaps, even an interview you've done or something like that. But again, focus on how you fix their problem, because that is the number one thing they want to know, apart from can they trust you. Right, now there's several other things you can do on your LinkedIn as well, like recommendations and experience, but we're not going to cover that today because that's a little bit more advanced further down. Okay, so let's have a look at a banner formula for you. Okay, so this one here, small business owners, it's very clear who I work with. You built your dream. So I'm not looking for people that have just started. I want them to have a little bit of history in the game. I'll still work with people that have just started if they're committed, but that's not 100% my ICP, if that makes sense, okay? And I let them know that, they built a dream. Now let the right people see you on LinkedIn. We make you unmissable. Okay, so it tells you exactly what problem I solve for small business owners. And up here in the corner, I've got some credibility. So 27 years in business, 110 million views driven on Google, and 18 businesses built. So I built 18 businesses from scratch, all different types, all different sizes, you name it. I've done it from scratch. All of them have been with little to no money down. I've just run with it because I've known what to do. Do you know what I mean? So your banner should be clear of who you help. Okay. The value you bring. Sorry, just clear the value you bring and who you help. Okay. So this is an example. It's not one I would use all the time, but helping small business owners win more clients using simple LinkedIn systems. Okay, I make it simpler than that. It's just my new one says win clients on LinkedIn and Google. Okay, so headline, which is underneath your banner. Okay, all right. Basically here, it's a place for you to tell your story. Okay, show authority, explain what you do and why you're different. Okay, so mine is Australian LinkedIn and Google specialist, helping small businesses win clients on LinkedIn and Google. So that kind of thing. So telling a little bit about a story. I put in 110 million views that I've gained on Google. Showing my authority, that I've got the knowledge and the ability. I explain what I do and why I'm different. I think I've got #1 international best-selling author in Europe as well, or something like that. The most important thing to remember is you write like a human, not a resume, because it's no longer just people looking for work. Does that make sense? Yeah? Cool. All right, so your features section, as I mentioned before, it's your proof zone basically. So it can be a lead magnet, a case study, your website, some kind of cheat sheet they can download. But the most important thing is to make sure it's click worthy. Okay? And very quickly, I just want you all to just go and have a look at your LinkedIn profiles right now. Okay, go and have a quick look. We'll just do this for a couple of minutes. And I want you to rate yourself from 1 to 10. Okay, does your headline say what you do? Does your about section sound human? And would you message you? So if you had a choice, would you message you? Just chuck the scores up in the chat for me. We'll just do this for a couple of minutes. What do we got? 5 and a 6. Good. Yeah, it's a good start. Angela's a 6. Anyone else? An 8. Awesome. Louisa, I have to go check you out. Anyone else? 7. Awesome. I think an 8. Holly. Okay, I'm going to have to go check all of you guys out. You guys might be pretty awesome. I think an 8. Awesome. Fantastic. Great. Anyone else quickly? 6. Okay, awesome. 5. Fantastic. Okay, so you're all above 5, which is an awesome start, really. It really is. So well done. Well done, everyone. All righty, let's keep moving, shall we? Okay, so 3 easy visibility actions. Okay, commenting strategically. All right, so when you're commenting on people's posts, that can get plenty of impressions. Okay, so make sure if you're going to make a comment, don't just go, love this, great post. Okay, put something relevant. And it doesn't have to be a big post. You can just say, I really resonated with what they were talking about. Okay, just something like that, so that it's actually strategic. Okay, and especially go and comment on your ICP, your ideal client profiles posts as well. Okay, because they're going to get the juice, and people that are liking their posts are probably your ICPs as well. Does that make sense? Yes. Yeah. Easy visibility. Start with a post once a week. Okay, don't make it that you have to do it every day, 3 times a day. Just go once a week. Just make it simple for yourself. Okay, and another one you can do is just message 5 people weekly. Just start conversations. This is so important. It doesn't have to be a big spiel. You're not selling to them. You're simply building relationships and starting conversations. All right, so a couple of commenting scripts for you. Okay, really quickly. And you can use these today. Love this perspective, which is what I said before, but here's what I'd add. So add some value to their post. Add something that they haven't talked about, and make it an even better post, because they're going to appreciate that, and the people that are looking at their post is going to appreciate that. Okay. my clients struggle with this too. Great take. Okay. It's simple, it's easy, it's not difficult, it's low pressure, but it builds confidence for you guys fast. Yeah, makes sense? Yeah. All right, some weekly post ideas. A myth in your industry, what you wish clients knew, a simple lesson from your day, and a personal moment with a takeaway. Okay, so just, it's what we basically touched on before, is just going through and just deciding what you're going to post. Okay. Remember, when you're reaching out, doing DMs, okay, which is really the glue that sticks everything together on LinkedIn. If you're not DMing, you need to be. Okay. All right. Just make it 5 people a week. Don't rush to do it, do 100 or 100 a day or anything like that. And just make sure you're not selling, you're only connecting, and it's human. You're not pitching. Okay. It's not a place to go and pitch, because hands up who's sick of those on LinkedIn. Seriously, hands up who's sick of being pitched to all the time. We all are. So, all right, we're going to skip this, Kerry, because I think we're running short of time, aren't we?
No, I think you're fine. We're all on till 3, yeah? It was an hour and a half.
Yeah. So we're all good? Yeah, okay.
We've got until 3, I think.
Okay, awesome. All right, cool. All right, so we are going to take an action step right now, okay? This is what we're going to do. So we're going to break into rooms, maybe only just a couple of minutes for this one, Kerry, because I want them to act fast. Okay. Fast, okay.
Still, do you want just pairs in there, or is it, how many would you like?
It'd work, isn't it? Just pairs would be fine. Yep. So I don't want you to overthink this, ladies. Okay. It's like, go for the one that you think is going to be the quickest. Most probably message someone or comment daily or comment on someone's post. Okay, because you might want to think a bit more about your headline and your about. But just go and do one thing right now. Go and comment on someone's post. Go and give them some love. Off you go. Good luck.
That's nice and quick, ladies.
No thinking, no overthinking, just go and do.
Yeah. We'd stay online here and do it.
Yeah, if you want to, that's fine too. Well, I think Vita's into it, aren't you? You're off. You're doing something. Good girl. Well done.
Yeah. So maybe we've got half in breakout rooms and half out, and that's okay. We'll just.
How far are we away from Dracula?
Oh, you've still got 20 minutes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Mhm.
I was getting a bit worried there. I thought I was going over. So
No. Yeah, you're good. So it'd be interesting to see what they managed to do in a short time, even if the process has started. And
as long as they've made a move,
yeah,
of some kind, then that's foremost.
Yeah, that's it. Even drafting what you is a step closer than maybe we were.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Here they all come. Hello, everybody.
It's
All
so
right.
quick.
It's quick. So what did you choose, Louisa?
Oh, I need to update my is it called the banner?
Yeah.
Or the about? Because I was just saying to Lou, we just worked out we knew each other, so we're chatting about other things. But I love her banner because it's very clear with all her services ticked. Whereas the funny thing is, businesses I'm working with, they gave me a blank banner to use, and they do have a big problem with their brand presence in Perth. So, I'm definitely going to talk to them about updating that, because just to make it clear on what we do.
Okay. As something for you ladies, I actually have the top 20 banners and featured squares in a Canva file, where you can just go in and you can make the changes. So if you girls would like that, just let me know. All right. Okay, I'll send that your way. So that might actually be helpful for you as well. All right. Does anyone else want to volunteer what they chose to do as their first action? I don't mind how small it was. Just any forward motion is what I'm looking for. Anyone else? Anyone else brave enough? Vita?
Yeah, I need to redo my profile and stuff. It's just been the same for so long and so much has changed, and I've just never put much attention on it. So thank you for bringing this all to my awareness. Appreciate it.
No problem. That's great. That's a really good awareness. Well done. How about
Yeah.
anybody else? Was there
I'm with Vida. I'm with Vida that I've changed I went to something on LinkedIn and I changed my banner because I'm starting a book club. So I put the book club up there thinking, oh, that's a good thing, but then nobody will know what I do outside of a book club, which is pretty funny.
I did
Might
see
have
that.
to change that.
I did see that, Kerry.
Hmm.
Okay, so if someone here didn't make a move, would they be brave enough to maybe put in the chat or even share what stopped them, what held them back, just so we can give you a bit of space there to speak? Anyone? That's okay. Look, any tiny movement. Oh, do we have somebody there? Okay, who we got? Okay, Holly, no worries. Nice to meet you. Thank you. All righty, let's keep moving, shall we? All right. A little box here. Got little boxes all over the place, all over my screens. All right. Tell me, guys, have you seen just how simple LinkedIn becomes when your profile does the heavy lifting? Does that make sense to you guys? What we did? Yeah. And how important it is to make sure that everything's in play, because seriously, if they don't find what they want in the first minute, they're out of here. They are completely out of here. Okay. Now, the thing is with your profiles, it can be overwhelming, making sure you get your banner right and all the rest of it. So we can actually set that up for you. We're actually in partnership with BWA on this. Okay. So we can actually help you. All right. So if you want my team and I to set it all up for you, here's what we do. All right. So we call it the LinkedIn profile makeover. We're going to get you a new headline. We're going to optimize your about section. We're going to do your banner design for you. We're going to do your featured setup, including your square and what you need. We're going to make sure it's optimized for the keywords that are best to attract your ideal clients. Okay. And we're going to give you those visibility templates that I talked about before with the banner and the featured squares. Okay. All right. And if any of you would like a free profile audit, if you'd like me to have a look at your profile and even do you a little video on what it needs, then just, DM me. Once you've connected with me, just send me the word confidence and we'll set that up. Does that sound good? Yeah, would that be helpful? Yeah? Okay. Happy to do that for you. Just send me a message. Kerry, did you have something?
No, you'll jump in when you're done. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Cool. All right. So, yeah, make sure you'll connect with me. Okay. And you can watch my post. Lisa, I do feel like I know you from another life, actually, Lisa. House flipping, potentially? No?
No, I've got quite a big profile. A lot of people know me from all sorts of places.
Oh, okay. All right. Must be a different Lisa McAdams. There you go. There's two of you. All right.
Marnie,
Yep.
Louisa has got a question in chat saying, what are your thoughts on posting personal videos?
Personal as in, and can you give me a little bit more information on that?
Sorry, I didn't mean personal. I meant how people talk to the camera and just talk about what they're doing and their day, as opposed to just doing a post about sharing knowledge in a different way, I guess, through a video versus a post. Like, what's your take on that? Because I know that's really putting yourself out there, but it's also showing your personality as opposed to just doing a post like everyone else is.
Yeah. Honestly, video on LinkedIn, I never watch them. Okay, I never watch them. And the reason why that is because a lot of people are scrolling. So if you're going to do a video, it's going to have to be something that they are really interested in and it really hooks them in. Okay, so because if you want them to watch for 2 minutes, for example, it's got to really grab. So I wouldn't make it too personal, not talking about your day and stuff like that. You need to be looking at solving their problems, because remember, it comes back to those two things once more. Can they trust you? And yes, video is great for that. Okay. But can you solve their problem? Because that's all they want to know. They're much more likely to skim through a post and think, okay, rather than see ya, hook or something and go, oh, a 2-minute video. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and if you're going to do video, long, not vertical on LinkedIn. Okay, and the reason why that is because the video actually fills the whole square on their phone. Okay, on their phone, rather than just where they can see other posts and perhaps scroll by. Do you know what I mean? You want to capture their attention. So if you want to do that, that's what I would do. Okay. Yep. All right. Any other questions before we move on? No. Okay. All right. All
Heidi.
right. Yeah. Yes.
Hi, I've got a question. Say you're posting on a regular basis and the algorithm's working for you. Having said that, I don't know how it works exactly. And then you've kind of got a gap in between, where you kind of got really busy. What does that look like going forward? Does that mean that you have to start from scratch, and how does all that work?
Yeah, look, I mean, it is all about consistency. And, that's the thing. I mean, it can be tough to do that. That's why we have a thing called the 10-10-10 rule. Okay, so it's like 10 DMs, 10 comments, 1 piece of content each day. 10-10-10, 10-10-1. Okay, 10-10-1. So because it is like that, I can give you a perfect example. It actually happened to me the other month. So I had a little bit of issues with LinkedIn, with my LinkedIn account, and I stopped DMing as much as I was, for example. And you can actually see my profile views were going up, and then and now they're starting to go up again. So yeah, you do lose momentum. People do lose interest in you. Sorry, but they do. And they'll move on to the next person who, again, coming back to that same thing, who can solve their problem. Because that's all they want to know. That's why they're there. Okay. They're not there. It's not like Facebook. It's not like Instagram. They're not there to look at, granny's recipes or what their best friend did. Okay. They're there to solve their problems. Okay. All right. So a final confidence challenge. Okay. Let's do one more thing together. All right. I want you to update 1 sentence in your headline. Just write it on a bit of paper. Okay. If you haven't done that already, write a 1-line hook. Okay, something that you think would grab people's attention. All right, just one I did yesterday. So a bit of a story for you, just so you know, there was a guy who did a post the other day about how Apple, the company, called because they're looking for a new CEO. And he started talking about that if that had actually happened, these are all the things that, they would need to put in place if they were to win him. Do you know what I mean? And so I actually took his post, because it went really, really well. It got 60,000 impressions on it. And I created my own post. And my hook was, did you guys see that Apple post the other day? And what that did is it created FOMO instantly. People go, what Apple post? What was that about? So they went looking for it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So say 3 post ideas. These might all be a bit too much to do right now on the call, but just think about these as things you can do this afternoon or even tomorrow morning. Okay, 3 post ideas. Leave a meaningful comment. Did anyone go and comment on anyone's posts while you were in the challenge? Just put your hand up. Yeah, Vita, did you? Yeah, good. Thank you. Anyone else? All right. And let's all connect with somebody from the room, shall we? Let's go and send them a connection request and connect with somebody you don't know. Send them a connection request. Okay, let's just do that one. Who's in for that? Yeah? Because it's all about just getting started. It really is. Just taking that first tiny step. And it doesn't matter how small the step is. It can be this big, or it can be this big if you're brave enough. But it doesn't matter. It's all about just getting some forward momentum and just taking one small step. Thank you very much, ladies. You are all bolder than you realize today. Okay, and seriously, this is just the beginning. So, Kerry, do we open it up to questions now? Or?
Absolutely. So thank you, Marnie. That's, I've certainly I've been scrolling as I do as we go through of things I'd really like to address on my own LinkedIn. But let's open it up just to, it might be something that you want to ask a question, or just to share an experience. It can be a good one, it can be a bad one, it can be an ugly one, whatever you'd like that to be. But what would you like to get from this last little bit together? The floor is open. Lisa's got a hand up. Go. You're on mute.
Hi. My question is, what I used to do, I don't want to do anymore. And
Right.
I had a big following and a lot of engagement on LinkedIn, but I took the call to just stop in March and just work out what I want to do. So my question is, next year I want to come back. How do I sort of reintroduce myself and do I address the fact that I'm not doing part of what I used to do? Or like, I don't know how to come back, but come back different.
Okay, so are you still having people reach out for the services that you were doing, or why has it gone real quiet?
Very occasionally, but I literally have gone dark. Like I haven't been doing anything. I took the choice to take this year off, but I
Okay.
have still had some work that's just come out of nowhere.
Okay, all right, cool. How many followers do you have currently?
5,000, I think.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, so there's a couple of things you can do. Are they all the ideal client profiles from the last thing you do?
Sort of being the new, but some of them will just go, I'm not interested anymore. But it is sort of the same thing, but different.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
not helping you much here.
No, so obviously you were doing one thing, you're doing something else, but is there a transition between the two?
There is, but what the work I was doing, and corporates were my clients.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
now want individuals to coach, not go through. I can't. I'm not over what I do. I'm over the whole corporate hoops. I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
So
Well,
my targets change, but a lot of my targets will be those people within corporate. So
okay.
they're not the same, but I'm coming at them from a different angle, and that I've realised today is where I've been stuck. How do I
Mhm.
rejig myself?
All right. So first thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to redo your profile.
Yep.
Okay. So you're gonna have to do your profile so that it now talks about what you do. And then I think it was Lou that actually, I think she's
Yeah,
left the
that's
call.
what brought my question on, Lou's question. And I was like, yeah, I need to reintroduce myself. But do I acknowledge what I used to do? Do people even care after a year?
Well, it's okay to put it in there just in case they do. If you
Yeah.
know, just sort of like say, hey, look, I'm back. Here I am, Lisa.
Yeah. I bet you've all not breathed all year just waiting for me.
And you can just tell the story. Tell the story. Like obviously you don't want to say, I don't want to work with the corporates anymore, but just sort of like say, look, you've decided that you wanted to go into a different direction.
Yeah.
And you can admit that you're a little bit unsure about how to come back, but then you've just
That's a good idea.
make it, you can tell a story where you got stuck and then say, but I did it anyway, and here I am.
Thank you.
Does that
That's
make
really
sense?
good advice. Yeah, thank you. And can I just say one thing, Angela? I really want to connect with you. Sorry, we were in the group twice together. I really want to connect, but I don't know your surname.
Oh, I've sent you a request.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's Pepper.
okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Angela.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marnie. I appreciate it.
Anyone else got a question? Anyone else? You can ask me anything, guys. You've got me here. Go for it.
Maybe what we'll do is have a bit of a check out, and we can each say something that we have found a value in today. It might be, something that has sparked a movement, as Lisa has just shared with us. But what's going on for you now, so that we can collect the value before you move on to your next thing in the day. I'm always part of Dr. Adam Fraser's, 3 steps that he talks in terms of reflect on what's you've got from this time, take a couple of deep breaths before you move into whatever's next, and reset and go there. So let's just start around the room. I might start, Vita, may I start with you?
I got a lot out of this session, so thank you so much, Mani. It's just been awesome. And Now I think, oh my God, I've had my head in the sand for ages about this. So just redoing my whole profile, my banner, my everything just needs a total overhaul. It doesn't even sound like me anymore. The direct messaging, I normally just put a like or two words, but actually putting some substance into them is really important. And I have one more thing, and I can't remember what it was now that really stood out for me. Oh, it's being personal, being more personal in my responses. So yeah, and my posts, which I haven't been in LinkedIn. Yes.
Yeah,
So
really. Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you, Vita. That's
Thank
awesome. Awesome. Who's next?
Do you want to pass the ball, Vita? We'll just have people pass it on.
a minute. We'll go to Lou.
Hey, yeah, similar. I probably did a lot of work on my profile maybe 18 months ago, and then haven't really thought too much about it, been focusing on website and other stuff. So it's a good prompt just to go back and really make sure it's clear and aligned, and reflects kind of who I am today. So it's one of those funny things that I think, like, around not wanting to over engineer or over perfect something and put your energy where it's needed, but still checking in every now and then to go, does this still reflect who I am and how I want to show up? So that's probably what I took away.
Amazing, amazing. Well done. Yeah.
Thanks, Lou. While I'm thinking about it, Lou and Sada, if you want to put your full names in, if you do want people to be able to find you, that into chat, that way people can find you and we can all connect. Okay, who do you want to pass to, Lou?
I'll pass to Sada.
Oh, are you there, Sada? She was having some challenges. No, we've got Sada, Nana. All right, maybe we'll go to Angela while Sada gets her connection back.
Yeah, so I'm going to change my the bit that goes under my name, the title, and probably because I left corporate last year and started my business this year, but I seem to have a foot in both camps in terms of what my title says. So it's a year later, probably time to commit. And I'm going to change my about section. I think it says what I want it to say, but the bit that you sort of see above the first sort of paragraph bit probably isn't the hard hitting bit. It's probably, you have to go down for that. So I probably will move that around a little bit. So thank you. It was very good. Yeah.
One little tip there is make sure it's really hooky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only goal is to get them to hit that more button.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's your goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Who do you want to pass to, Angela?
Oh, Louisa.
Thanks, Angela. I was sitting here thinking, what am I going to say? No, honestly, I've only really actively been a LinkedIn tart for the last 6 months. So I've really been trying to get all over it. I've done a few webinars about what to do, but I feel like every time, like even today, like getting bits, and even if you just come away with one new thing that you go, oh, that's what I need to do, which I did today, which was all about that banner that I was given from my company that says nothing about what we do. And that's what I said to Lou. She's got a really good banner. It was very clear with all the tick boxes of what she does. Like, even just, you think you've got something right and then you don't. I guess also being in the Perth market, I feel like it's a little bit different to Sydney and Melbourne. And I guess mainly what I wanted to ask you is, should you have a bit of fun with your headline, or should always keep that really professional when you're doing LinkedIn?
Number one bit of advice I can give all of you is make it fun.
Okay.
Make it fun. I mean, yes, you don't want to go too far past the professional, but make it fun, make it interesting, because you've got to grab their attention.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Their attention span these days is so tiny because they've been doing this on TikTok or Instagram. Do you know what I mean? So it's so tiny. So make it fun and, grab their attention. I mean, that's the biggest thing I've learned in the last couple of months. So yeah, 100% go for it. I can't wait to see it.
Thanks.
Who would you like to pass to?
Over to Lisa. I think Lisa's anyone. Did you want to add something, Lisa?
I just want to say thank you for asking that question, Louisa, because that's one of the things I want to change is the energy around what I do without getting into detail. But that's answered my question on how do I do it.
Mhm.
It goes from, because I help people with really difficult things, but I want to put it on the positive so I don't become drained again. But I was like, well, how do you do that? You just have some fun.
Absolutely.
It's as complicated and easy as that. So thank you for the question, Louisa, and thank you for the answer, Mania.
No problems. Great. I'm glad I got from this today. It's been amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So beautiful. Let me just ask one more question, Marnie, if I may.
You may,
I want to know about how important is it to have a business landing page for those of us who are solopreneurs. So at the moment, all of my stuff's on Kerry Notes, and I don't have a creating new collaborations landing point. How important is that to have?
So I've had my home and digital marketing business page now for 5 years, and I've got a grand total of 629 followers on it.
Okay, so not that important for you because you've got lots. That's a lot of followers in my world, but not in your world.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing. It's taken me compared to the nearly 14,000 I've got on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at the difference between that and that. Do you know what I mean? So it's all about personal brands these days, guys. Because let's face it, AI has come in and it's torn trust apart. Okay, and the one thing it can't replace, it can replace Kerry Nobes Consulting. It can replace that, but it can't replace you. Okay, so it can't replace you. Does that help?
Okay. That's awesome. Thank you. So I have, as I said, taken copious notes. I from where I started to where I am, I'm quite proud of where I've gone, but I did rate myself a 5 because I keep hearing, people with so much wisdom like you, and then I'm like, oh, there's always something else to add in there. So I'm a work in progress, but I'm having fun. And I'm doing some things right, which is nice to know too. But thank you everyone for joining us. It's beautiful to see faces that I know and some that I am interacting with on LinkedIn, which is beautiful as well, Lou. It's I think we've been chatting on that platform, and thank you for joining us. Thank you for Marnie for sharing her wisdom. And I am sure we are at 2:50. If you have further questions, stay put. Marnie is very happy to continue the conversation. If you want to jump off and you've got somewhere to go, remember to take that breath, take what you want from here, and turn up at your next thing, raring to go. And if that 10 minutes from now to then is time to breathe, take it. And enjoy it, and I hopefully see you at our next event. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye. You've got 2 lovely
That was
left.
so valuable, Marnie.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, make sure you connect, Viva.
Fine?
Are we connected already? I think we are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, have a great Christmas and festive season because I
Oh gosh, yes.
before then. But we don't have any more, do we? Before